Do. Okay, perfect. So we are planning for the week of July 5th. Like, can you guys believe we're already in the first week of July? Anybody else kind of just like, whoa? We are officially in the last 6 months of 2021, you guys. And I don't know about you, but the first 6 months of 2021 were good, but I was adjusting, learning, doing so many things, and ready now to just take my business to a whole another level in the next 6 months. So it is iOS update, right? Like Lynn's always says. And if you are in Limitless, you guys, if you're working with her boot camp, you guys know, like she said, this is selfish season. So y'all, I am so excited to plan with you this week, get selfish with ourselves, and to really get selfish for our businesses. So first and foremost, you guys know, I always like to start the week out with a goal. So you should have monthly goals and then break them down into weekly goals. So personally, what I do for my goals each and every week, which I could either sign more or I could sign less, but I focus on doing a VIP 800 every single week. So as you guys know, the first, like every 14 days is a new 14 days, right? You guys hear Lynn say that all of the time. Every 14 days is a new 14 days. So if you treat every week in a month like a VIP 800, you're technically doing basically what? Every 14 days of VIP period, right? So I personally like to do that because it simplifies things, right? 2 promoters, 2 customers on auto shipment, try to get that VIP 800. It also has me always in the mindset of VIPs. So every time I'm adding new people into my business, I am right there with them, locked arms, running for VIP, because that's how I'm training my mindset too. So I personally write down that I want to get at least 2 customers on auto ship, and I want to get at least 2 promoters on pack. I want to hit that VIP 800. I write down my reels goals. I write down my lives goals, and I write down how many trial packs I want to sell. So if you were able to get your hands on some chill, I was able to get that. So I'm going to do some chill sample packs. I think it actually just arrived. So I am going to do some like chill samples. I'm also going to start doing activate samples where I'm just doing just activate as samples. I know Katie, I think she said she sells 5 of them for $10. I think that is with shipping. And she gives like all flavors or whatever flavors she has. So I'm going to start doing that as well as the 3 steps. So I personally write down how many trials I want to sell. And then this way I know how I want to base my week and gear my week with content. So I'm going to give you guys a minute and let you go ahead and write down your goals. Pick whatever goals you want. If you guys, it's the first week of the month or the first real week, maybe you just want to focus on getting those 2 customers so you're thriving for free next week or next month. Maybe you want to start getting into that mindset of that VIP 800. So you're going to write that down and pretend like you're back in your first 14 days, right? It is never, how do I put this? It is never a bad thing every 14 days to just pretend like you're a brand new promoter again. Get that fire revving, go back through some of the first 14-day videos or things like that until you really find yourself on like solid ground. It is never a bad thing, you guys. I still go back through those, and I have been here for 2.5, it'll be 3 years in October. I still go back and watch the same videos my new promoters are going to be watching. I still go back and run myself right through a new cycle as if I'm a brand new promoter. I still do those types of things. So take a couple minutes and write down all of your goals for this next week. Okay. So hopefully you have your goals kind of written down. If you need to, you can always come back to it. But I wrote down trial packs and how many trial packs I wanted to sell, right? So what I did in my calendar is I went on Monday, I wrote, I'm going to talk about chill trials because I'm going to trial out chill. On Wednesday, I wrote, I'm going to talk about the 3-day trial packs. And then on Friday, I wrote down, I'm going to try to sell some Activate trial packs. So do you see how I took my goal that I had and I placed it into my planner? Now, if you have real goals, live goals, maybe you need to set up appointments with yourself and actually put them into your planner. That's the day you're going to go live. That's the day you're going to do a reel, right? Maybe you need to get that disciplined with yourself. Some people can go by the seat of their pants and hit their goals and be like, okay, I'm going to go live this week. I'll figure it out. Some people need to have it written down, need to know exactly what is going on and make it an appointment in their calendar. Now, since I wrote down VIP 800, right, for me, so I am working towards customers and promoters. That's how I'm going to base my content this week. I'm going to make sure I'm in my stories every single day sharing about the products. I'm going to make sure I'm in my stories sharing an opportunity post or talking about the opportunity and the product together, right? They go hand in hand. Plus, on top of it, sharing that on my news feed, right? Maybe I'll base one of my lives around the trial packs. Maybe I'll base one of my lives around my why. Why am I here? So this way I'm going to hit going towards my goals of a promoter, going towards my goals of customers. Maybe I'm going to share a before and after, right? Take a look at your goals and take a look at what you want your content to look like. So you guys know we always do social media audits, right? If you're new to a planning Zoom with me, we do a social media audit. If you are in Limitless, I don't know if you guys seen, I believe it was yesterday that Lynn's dropped audit, like she dropped audit photos so that you can go over your Facebook and your Instagram and look through those things and those check marks. Okay. I highly suggest doing that at some point today, right? I know today you might be with family, holidays, celebrating, but you probably have a couple minutes. I'm not going to do it on the Zoom like we normally do because I want you to use those graphics and really look at your social media. Would you join you? Right? Do you represent your fives? Are you talking about the business and the products? These are just some things that are on that. Does your profile picture show you? Is your Instagram handle your name? Will people easily be able to find you? Is your cover photo clear? Right? These are just things, you guys, that you should be thinking about. That's your storefront. At the end of the day, our social medias are our storefront. So it's not just a social media platform that we get to, like have fun, hang out. Yes, we get to do all of that, but it's also representing us and what we are and who we are and our goals and so on. So real quick, you guys, I always like to just go through, I like scroll up. So I just kind of see my last like 12-ish squares. And I like to make sure that they kind of represent who I am. So if I were to look at this, right? So if I were to look at this, I like to see, okay, I've got my nieces in there. You can tell I'm a family. I've got my mugs. You guys know I'm known for my mugs. It's also in my bio. I have my before and after in there. I have my dog. I have family. I have the community. So you can see like, okay, like I can see a lot about who she is. I used to be somebody that was always like this, selfie, 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 selfie. And Lindsay was like, okay, we got it. You know how to take a selfie. Let's get out of that, right? She had to call me out. And I was like, oh my gosh, but guess why I was taking selfies? They were quick. They were easy, right? I was being lazy. I was legit just, taking a picture, putting it up because I was always scrambling. So don't do that. Okay. So if you find yourself doing that, that's okay. I've been there. And now get out of your comfort zone. I take all of my own photos, you guys. I don't have somebody following me around. I take all of my own photos, whether it's with a tripod and I go outside, I'll bring it outside with me. I don't care what my neighbors think. I sometimes will ask like my husband to take a photo, but that's just, he's gone now, so I can talk about him. It's terrible. Y'all, it's like you get one chance. Like one shot. You ever hear those like things where it's like, you got one shot? That's literally him. One time, one photo, that's all. So I try to just do it all myself. I use videos. So I shared this before on one of my planning Zooms. I use videos and I will turn on my video. I'll walk away and then I will just pretend like I'm taking photos. So in my video, I'll take photos. I'll kind of have like some action shots. I'll grab my crops. Maybe it's I'll grab a jacket, throw a jacket over an outfit so I look different. I'll grab sunglasses. Yes, I wear sunglasses in the house. It's fine. I'll grab my sunglasses. I'll throw those on. I'll grab a box of Thrive. I'll use my box of Thrive. And I take like about like maybe sometimes like a 30-second to 45-second video. And I will then go through and I just pause it where I like the picture. I screenshot it. And then I like crop out, you know how you can crop out the black part? I crop out the black part and there's my photo. And then I go put my preset on it. So in a 30 to 45-second video, I get anywhere from like 15 to 20 photos. And then what I do is, because they're all screenshotted, it goes into my screenshot folder. So whenever I need content, I will go right in there and grab it. So keep in mind, you guys, because the photo is, if you do this, is a video, it kind of changes the thing, I don't know what you would call it, the whatever dimensions of your photo, right? Those ones are great for reels too. Because sometimes when you take like regular photos and you go to put it on your reel as a photo cover, it zooms in. So it kind of makes things a little weird, where I have found with my video photos, those are the best for my reels. So I have a lot of them. And like I said, because I get 15 to 20, I'll always go back and reuse that content weeks later. So something I did one day in 2-3 weeks from now is still serving me a purpose, is still giving me content. So keep that in mind, you guys. So I got on a tangent there. I'm so sorry. But do you need more photos, right? If you're looking at your content, do you need more photos? Do you need to take some time to do that? Right now, I want you to plan your week. I can't do this for you. You can only do this. What does your business need? Do you need more content? Do you need to batch reels? Do you need to set up your appointments of, I'm going to go live this day. I'm going to talk about trials that day. I'm going to talk about the business this day. I want to talk about, oh shoot, I didn't talk about this last week. I'm going to talk about chill. I'm actually going to do a post about chill. I didn't talk about that yet. I want to talk about the VIP period, right? If people don't know what you have, they don't know what they can get, y'all. So keep that in mind. If they don't know what you have your hands on, they don't know. And Lynn says this all the time, you guys, and it's something I really want you to think about. We are in bonus season, right? $4,000 bonus, $12,000 bonus. Maybe you didn't earn those. Maybe you haven't earned them. Who cares? Talk about them. Talk about them. Somebody on the other side of this screen, of your screen, needs that $4,000 bonus, needs that $800 bonus, right? I used to be famous for being nervous to talk about certain things because I hadn't achieved them, or maybe the people I was enrolling weren't achieving them. So I felt like less than. And Linz was like, you can't attach what you have to their success or lack of. Not to be mean, but that's the truth, right? Same with you guys. Somebody needs that 2 customers to thrive for free because they need these products and they want those customers and they want those products for free. Somebody needs this $800 cash bonus. Somebody needs that $4,000 bonus. Somebody needs their car paid for because it's about to get taken away. So just because you maybe didn't get there yet doesn't mean that somebody else can't do it right away. Somebody could be the Linz, the Katie, the M, you know what I mean? Like, let's just pop it out, right? So let's take a few minutes and I want you to really dive into your week. Do you need to check in with customers? Do you need to follow up? Do you need to organize your follow-up list? My best enrolling seasons, I'll call them seasons, whatever you want to call them, is when I am on top of my potential list. anytime anybody messaged me about the products, I write their name down. And when I am on point with my follow-ups, meaning I'm not just following up like, hey, do you want Thrive? No, I'm following up and talking to them on their stories about their life, commenting on their photos. I'm engaging with them. You guys, your follow-up list, your potential list should be your, like, that is your bread and butter to your business, along with your calendar, in my opinion. So make sure you have that. Customers of yours already, those are still potentials, you guys. Make sure you're still interacting with them. Make sure you're still treating them so great, right? Because your customers will make the best promoters. They really will. I have a lot of people that come from the customer side to promoter side. So let's take a few minutes and let's plan our weeks. And if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat and I will keep up with that. If you're just hopping in from the waiting room, you guys, we are looking over our week and planning our week of content, what we want to talk about. If there's certain things our business needs, maybe we need to batch reels, batch content, make new story opportunities, like opportunity stories or product stories, whatever the case may be, just kind of really zeroing in on our calendar and figuring out what we're going to talk about each day. So we're not going into the day blind and we're going into it with intention. Okay. So you guys too, you should have your own calendar or life in your planner. Any appointments you have, anything that you need to do should be in there. This way, this business can work with you and around what you have, and you're never stressing out because they kind of fit, like they both fit into each other's pockets of the day, right? Your life will fit into the pockets, your business will fit in the pockets, right? You kind of fit everything in. But if you have two separate calendars or you're trying to run two different lives, gosh, I wouldn't be able to keep up. So personally, my entire life and everything is all in my planner as well as my business. So if I have days where I have like appointment after appointment and all these things, I'm not going to plan to do a lot of stuff on that day, right? I'm going to know, okay, that day is probably going to be really busy. So if I need to plan content or check in with customers or whatever I need to do, I'm going to make sure I don't try to put it on that day. That's going to be the day that I do my IPAs, my non-negotiables. I show up in my stories. I do all the things I need to do, but I'm not going to try to overwhelm myself that day because I don't know about you guys, but I like to, when I plan my real life too, not, it's not like this isn't real life, but you know what I mean? My life, I try to get like my appointments all either on the same day, a couple of them. I try to like knock things out. That's just personally me. I also don't have a car. So when I do things, that's how I plan my life because when I get a car, I need to just like knock things out. So I know that those days that I have doctor's appointments and stuff like that, I'm not going to try to do like a bunch of the things, but having it planned out and mapped, then I know and can kind of work my week around it. So that is why planning your weeks is so important, you guys. It is so, so important to plan your weeks, to know what's going on so that you go into your week not feeling overwhelmed. If you're going into your week feeling extremely overwhelmed, a lot of times it's lack of planning. It's a lack of knowing what's going on, right? So you should already know what you want to do for tomorrow. Stories, talk about, whatever the case may be. Tonight, when you're laying in bed, or maybe you're laying on the couch watching a show or whatever, and you're just kind of mindlessly scrolling, you catch yourself, you know, you can start prepping for tomorrow. Get your story slides ready. Get your post ready. Maybe find your picture because you already have pictures and content. So you have your picture ready. I personally get a folder every month or every week. I have a folder and I drop my photos in there. I go into Canva. I recreate a lot of things so I know what I'm going to be putting out into my stories. So I already have that. And then I drop everything in that photo album and I just go through that photo album and everything is right there for me. So personally, that's what I like to do. I also have folders in my notes that's called like content, or I call it what do I have it? Posts or something. I don't remember what I named it, but I call it June posts. So I have it named June posts. So when I'm extremely creative, sometimes you guys, I can knock out 2 to 3 posts in like a moment where like if my like fire is going, or maybe I just listened to a podcast, or I'm just like, I don't know, feeling it, I can go and knock out a couple different post ideas. So I go and put it right into that folder. And then what I do is when I need something, if like, let's say I don't have something right in the moment on my heart to type about, or because I'm prepping the day before, I go into that folder. I know which one I'm going to post. Once I post it, I move it out of the June folder. So anything left in the June folder are things that I have not posted. So I go in there, I create my content, and then I move it out once it's been posted. So I make sure I don't repost the same thing. So these are just some ideas, you guys, to stay up on things. If you are somebody that finds yourself always scrambling, like if you feel like you're always on the scramble. So I'm going to move on to the next part. You guys, you can always come back to your calendar. I also do a brain dump. Every single night, I will do a brain dump. So I will do or the morning, whatever you prefer to do, you guys. I've done both. They both work just as good. I will write down things that I need to do, whether it's laundry. Yeah, you guys, I write down in my planner to do the laundry because otherwise I probably wouldn't do it because it's not my favorite thing to do. Can I get an amen? Anyways, so I will write down laundry. I will write down clean my house or bathrooms and all of that. I will write down create content, batch reels. I will write down what I want my day to look like. I write down my IPAs. You guys, I have a check mark box for my IPAs. I have my focused IPA written down. I have how many 3-2-1s I want to do, brand new 3-2-1s that I want to do every single day, right? I have all this. So when I'm going into my social medias, I'm going in with intention because I know what I want to get done for the day. So I write all of those down so I can check them off. I am somebody that loves to check off things. I am also someone that loves to see what I need to do, because when I see that list, I don't look at it as being overwhelmed. I look at it as, let's get to work. And I like to then knock those things out. And I notice by doing that, I am normally done with a lot of my stuff by like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. Where before, when I wasn't writing things down, it was 9-10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I still feel like I have so much to do. What did I do today? I am less productive. I get so much more done when I hold myself accountable and write things down. So I brain dump every night of what I want to do the next day. Or every morning I sit down with my calendar if there's things that pop in my head and I write them down. So just a little tip, you guys, for your calendar. If your calendar isn't big enough, use a piece of paper. Get a notebook. I have a notebook by my bed. So I will brain dump a lot of times. Like I'll be laying in bed and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't do this. Oh my gosh, I didn't do that. I will write it down on my notebook because it like tears out like nicely. There's like, I'm one of those, you guys, I have OCD on certain things. So it's like, I have a notebook and then I will just write down everything that I need to do. And then the next morning I bring that piece of paper downstairs. I put it right on top of my planner and then I start knocking things out. So have something next to your bed too, you guys. Sometimes at night, you just need to get it off of your brain. So you might need to just write it down. Maybe it's personal, maybe it's business. That tip can work for both, you guys. Yes, I'm glad that this will help. Okay, so now the last thing we're going to do is I'm going to block this time for about a few minutes. So you guys are going to go through and you are going to decide which work with me's work with your schedule. I used to go through and tell you every work with me. I used to go through and tell you every Zoom, and y'all, there are so many now that it would take us from now, like it would just take way too long. But on top of that is a lot of times you're just writing them down because I'm saying them, but they don't fit with your calendar. I want you to look at this schedule and write down which work with me Zooms you're going to attend, which huddle Zooms you're going to attend, and I want you to hold yourself accountable, right? So for me, the Mondays are non-negotiables for me. A lot of the huddles, I get onto the huddles. Those are great, you guys, but I also want to emphasize this. If for some reason you have not gotten your IPAs done or worked your business, and it is between a huddle or working your business, what is going to bring you to the next level? Working your business. Absolutely. So you can always catch the replay, because I think sometimes we get so overwhelmed that we want to be on these Zooms that we forget we're doing busy work and not the real work sometimes, right? So the Zooms are great, you guys. Get on them. I'm not saying, please hear me in my heart when I say that. But if you are somebody that is extremely busy and you get to 9 p.m. and you're like, I haven't even done my IPAs for today, and you can't do your IPAs at 10 o'clock when the Zoom is done, you best be doing your IPAs at 9. Work your business, right? Make sure that you do that. Okay, so planning your schedule. So I know that Lynn's just dropped the new schedule. I think there was maybe some changes that went on. I don't know if you guys all saw that. So I'm sure she updated it as well in the Limitless Hustling page. So it's going to be at the top in announcements, so you can catch the July Zoom schedule. This is never going to change. So you guys like just save that to your phone, that picture to your phone. And then if she needs to update it, she will, but save it to your phone. So I want you to go through and the work with me's, pick at least 2 work with me's that you're going to get on. And I want you to write it down in your calendar. And then the Zooms, the huddles, what huddles are you getting on, right? We know Mondays is Lynn's huddle. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. is MJ. Tuesdays at 9 p.m. is Christina Brill. Wednesdays is our overall hustling page. Sunday, I know there's a 9 and a 10, and I know one of them is Brittany's Zoom, and I don't know which is which for the 10. So I think Brittany's is the 9. I don't know who's the 10 p.m. I know that one I think is like newer to the schedule. So I'm not sure about that. But you guys, let's take a couple minutes and plan out which work with me's we're going to get on, putting in our Zoom meetings that we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. And we will then wrap things up after that. Okay. So y'all see how we have a ton of work with me's. We have a ton of work with me's, you guys. So there is always something that you can hop onto. Do not feel like you have to be on every single one of them and get yourself overwhelmed. Start where you are at and then work up to more, right? But as always, you guys, I always say this, have your own work with me time. My IPAs are done pretty much the same time every single day, whether there's a Zoom or no Zoom, right? So if you need your IPAs to be done at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., before the kids wake up, before you go off to work, or maybe you're doing them on your lunch break, so you know at such and such time every single day, that's when you do your IPAs. I don't want you waiting because there's a 9 p.m. one that, let's say, you could get on. Get them done when you can get them done. Work your business when you can work your business. A lot of times for me, when I hop on these work with me's, it's a second round of IPAs for me, or it's my focus round of IPAs, or I'm on there holding myself accountable, creating content, right? Maybe just listening so I can see if, hear any new tips and tricks and maybe something that will help me in my business. But I always have my own work with me time. All right, guys. So I think that we kind of got everything planned. I don't want to keep you guys too long with it being the 4th. So this way you can go and enjoy your Independence Day, right? So thankful, right? So I wanted to just go over a very quick planning with you guys. So I hope that this helped. But if you need more time with your planner, spend more time with your planner, wherever that may be. You guys, this is going to be where I can guide you. I can share tips and tricks, but you have to find what's going to work for you, and you're going to have to implement that into your calendar. Please, please, please don't spend these Sundays with me writing things down and then never look at your calendar again, right? Until next Sunday when you hop on with me and you're like, oh, shoot. All right, last week I didn't look at it. I'm going to do it this week. No, you took the time to be here today to plan your business. Stick to your calendar every single day. You guys, watch as it will transform your business because it'll hold you accountable. Your accountability partner, y'all, if it's anybody, it's right here. It's your calendar. Your calendar should be your accountability buddy. That you write down what you want to get done, you write down your goals, you write down how you're going to achieve them, right? We wrote down our goals in the beginning, and then we broke down how are we going to hit those goals every single day, making sure we're talking about the things, doing the things to hit those goals. So I hope you guys all have a great Sunday. I will see you all next week again at 11:30. That is, I know it's under the work with me's, you guys. So if your team ever has any questions, this is a planning work with me. So you are on here planning with me, very hands-on with you in your calendar. If you guys have any questions ever about planning, or you have your own tips or anything you'd love to share, always know that the chat is open. I'd love to hear what you guys have, or message me if you have any questions. I'm Christina Tammy on social media. I know I never changed the name on here. I don't even know. I feel like I don't know how anymore. But anyways, you guys, I hope you all have a great, great Sunday. Enjoy your holiday, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.